Deceptive upgrade, Ark Survival Evolve free upgrade, and people are upset or angry. In this video, we dive into the controversy surrounding the supposedly free upgrade for Ark Survival Evolve. Many players are left feeling deceived and anger after discovering hidden costs and limitations within the upgrade. Join me as we explore the details of this deceptive upgrade and examine the impact that it has on gaming community. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another day of the Daily Grind. I'm your host, 30 and Still Gaming, and on today's show, we're talking about Ark Survival. Now, we do these standalone topics on 30 NSG live starting at 10 a.m. Eastern. So if you like these type of topics and content, please make sure you hit that like button. It's a great way to help the video and the channel out. I give you the topic up front so you can just get the info that you want. And if you want to stay for the rest of the conversation in the live stream, you can. We are doing a double header this morning. And if you have if we have the topic first, we'll redirect you. We'll have this topic first, and then we'll redirect you to the other video this morning where we still watch and give you my thoughts on your Raptors video of Jedi Survivor. So we're going to be doing this the first half, and then the second half of the show, this will switch over to a different video, live video, as we do it. So Ark Survival came out way back in 2015, but the official game came out in August of 2017. Now, this game has always had drama follow it from the very start. And I'm going to read you an article from PC Gamer stopping and talking at points. So if you like to follow along, the article is in the description down below. Let's bring that up right now. So the article states, and we're going to read it, and we're going to stop at the stopping points and whatnot as we go through. Now, the free Ark Survival Evolve upgrade turns out to be free, and a lot of players, or I'm sorry, not to be free, and a lot of players are mad about it. Now, the Ark Survival Ascend, as the Unreal Engine 5 version is known, will cost $50 and will only be version with the official server support when it launches. Now, I know you're thinking, like, what does that mean? So after teasing a free Unreal Engine 5 powered upgrade, 6-year-old Ark Survival Evolve in January, developer studio Wildcard said on Friday that the players will actually have to pay for it if they want it. And fans, as you might expect, are not happy. Now, the Unreal Engine 5 teased a couple of weeks back is referring to that it works completely free upgrade / remaster of Ark Survival Evolve in the Unreal Engine 5 format. Now, Studio Wildcard co-founder Jeremy tweeted in January, not a cinematic. We haven't officially announced the Ark Unreal Engine 5 upgrade yet because there's other major things we want to show then as it well. So the official announcement for Ark Survival Ascend as the Unreal Engine 5 remastered is known arrived last week, but notably without the free part. Instead, Studio Wildcard said players will only be able to get via the ultimate value bundle known as the Ark Respawn bundle, which includes Ark Survival Ascend and the recently delayed Ark 2 for $50. Now, I don't know if you guys remember this. Way back when they first came out, they said it was supposed to be a free-to-play game, right? It was supposed to be a free-to-play game. And then what they did at the very last second, they charged $40. And then there was an upgrade into the Ark bundle, or like an Ark upgrade, and they were charging, from the beta location to the release location, a week before it went live, or 2 days before it went live, they raised the price up, and that was another thing they had. And then they tried to raise the price again down the road. Now, the bundle will be available for purchase for up to 1 year, beginning at the end of August. After that, Ark 2 and Survival Ascend will be available for purchase separately. This sounds really kind of weird to me, right? This sounds like the reason they're bundling it together, one, they wanted Ark 2 to come out, like, now, right? Like, we saw the trailer for Ark 2, a year ago? A year and a half ago? And I'm pretty sure Ark 2 was supposed to land right now, but it's not landing now because they're probably in problem. They probably have some development issues, and they're running out of money. And this is just my thought process, right? They're running out of money, and to get money for Ark 2, because now we know that Ark 2 is delayed till late 2024, if not into 2025. Okay, that they need money. Well, imagine pre-ordering a game that you can't play. You're paying for an upgraded version of the game that you already own, and you're pre-ordering a game that doesn't come out for a year to a year and a half from now. Okay? It's insane. Okay? So the article continues on. It says the announcement has not gone over universally as well with fans. Some players are irritated by the prospect of having to pre-purchase the game at full price to get the Unreal Engine 5 upgrade, while players on the Xbox One and PlayStation 4 consoles are being left out in the cold completely. Meaning the Unreal Engine 5 is coming in, they want to charge you $50 to go into the upgrade, and the people that are playing the game right now on PlayStation 4 and Xbox One are shit out of luck because they're not going to be able to get the game regardless because they're not supporting it anymore. So it also sparked debate over whether Studio Wildcard is struggling to pay the development of Arc 2. I would say yes, but this is just my theory. Some of the posters in the Reddit thread defend the move, saying that the cost is really for an Arc 2 pre-order. But the defense isn't really flying. Arc 2 isn't expected to arrive until the very vague end of 2024. And in the meantime, there's simply no other way to lay hands on Ark Survival Ascend. So the only way for the next year, so from right now till when Arc 2 comes out, they said 1 year starting in August. So from right now till August of 2024, you can pre-order Arc 2 for $50. Or if you don't want Arc 2, you're buying the version that you already have now, but the upgraded version for Unreal Engine 5. Right? That's what they're saying. So this is some kind of janky stuff here. Look, it took Arc 2 years to get out of beta, and there was a lot of squiggling going on there in the behind the scenes to try to get it out. And then there's that other one. What was that other Atlas? What was that other game they did? It was the pirate version of Arc. What was that game called? That was another cluster from this company. So, on top of that, making matters even worse, the official servers of Ark Survival Evolved will be taken offline when Survival Ascend launches, meaning that players who rather avoid the expense and continue playing the original game will be very restricted in how they can do so. Okay, quote, at the time, the final save data from Ark Survival Evolved official servers will be uploaded for players to be rehosted on their own servers or play a single player / non-dedicated, as well as slightly earlier snapshots. Studio Wildcard said you will be able to play a single player, non-dedicated player, dedicated, or unofficial servers for Ark Survival Ascend will have its own fully supported official network for all platforms, right? So what they're saying is, hey, we're literally getting rid of the Ark game that you're playing right now. We are completely getting rid of. So if you're on the Xbox One, PlayStation 4, Xbox Series S, X, PlayStation 5, if you're playing Ark right now, these are done. You're not going to be able to play on these servers. Once we go to Ark Survival Ascend, we're ascending over to the next plane, and if you don't pay the $50 to get Arc 2 / the Ascend to upgrade to Unreal Engine 5, you no longer can play the game that you've already purchased. This goes into a whole other conversation of games that you own or don't own and where we're going to the future. Just a small little part. Okay? So, and of course, there's a simple fact that the Unreal Engine 5 upgrade was promised as free. In a tweet to the effect is still up, but it's actually going to the cost as much as a full game. Okay? Now, for instance, getting the Arc Remastered or Arc 2 for $50, one person says, is an exceptional deal. Copium. Okay? But added that Jeremy never should have said Ark was going to get an upgrade for free, as he clearly didn't know what he was talking about. Imagine someone defending that the lead, the owner of the company, okay, doesn't know what he's talking about. Okay? We're going to go to the tweet in a second. Forcing people, this is another person, forcing people to buy Ark 2 and selling the DLC separately on Remastered, usually, they are bundled. And deleting the original official servers, that's scummy, one of the other persons says. Now, this is what he said. Okay? So, what happened to the Unreal Engine 5 update will be completely free. Also, shutting down servers so people spend $90 on the game they're already owned. Absolutely not okay. Here's what the owner of the company, to clarify, The Unreal Engine 5 tease a couple of weeks back is referring to in the works completely free upgrade slash remaster of Ark Survival Evolved in the Unreal Engine 5. Not a cinematic. We haven't officially announced the Ark Unreal Engine 5 upgrade yet because there are other major things we want to show then as well. Okay? So this is from the actual person, and yet they said, well, no, he doesn't know what he's talking about. It's crazy, right? He doesn't know. So let's continue to the end part of this article here. Okay. Oop. Studio Wildcard said Ark Survival and Survival Ascend will not support crossplay because the remaster will have undergone profound functional changes that prevent compatibility, which is fine, I guess. But taking down the official Survival Evolved servers the day Ascend goes live does come off a little coercive. You know what I mean? In a statement sent to PC Gamer, Studio Wildcard executive producer said confirmed that had spoken too soon with his January tweet. Quote, "We have been really excited to deliver an incredible Ark Unreal Engine 5 experience," said the Karanka Karen, however you pronounce that guy's last name. My condolences, I butchered your name. Immediately back in January, he got ahead of ourselves at the time as his scope to the project increased, and he hadn't realized that the full-time development resources cost needed to produce a complete next-gen remaster. Here's what I don't understand. Here's what I don't understand. These people have been making a game since January 2015 when the game came out. Technically, it was out in 2014 when he started it. Okay, they've worked on this game for 9 years, right? 9 years. And you're telling me the guy who owns the company, hold on, I gotta go. The guy who owns the company and runs the company and understands how the company runs, you're telling me in the quote that he just said here, he didn't realize what full-time and development resources and costs needed to produce a complete next-gen remaster. What? He said it was free. Yet now he comes back and says, well, it's not free. And everybody else in the company's like, well, he spoke too soon. He doesn't understand how gaming works. Let me back up a little bit here. All right, let me back up a little bit here. Some people, we always talk about, a game is never delayed, right? Because the company themselves know when a game is done. But apparently not, right? Apparently not. Apparently, people that run the companies and make the actual games have no idea, because that is what they just said here in the bottom part of this thing, okay? He has no idea, okay? He hadn't realized the full-time development and resources and costs needed to produce a complete next-generation remaster. If that doesn't sound to me like, I don't know, like a company's going, well, we could give it to free, and they've already been playing the game, and the people that are playing the game have paid for the game and played the game, and let's just give them a remaster upgrade for free. And anyone that doesn't own the game, right? Anyone that doesn't own the game can get the game for $50, right? If you don't own Ark right now, all of a sudden the Unreal Engine 5 comes out, because obviously in the last 6 to 7 years, there's been people that were 4 years old, 5 years old that didn't know about the dinosaur game. And now they're 14 years old, 15 years old, 16 years old. And this might be their first time playing it. They want to play full price for the game. Cool. I'm okay with that. You've never owned the game. Cool. Right? But charging the people for, once you said it was a free upgrade and now you're charging them $50, but it's not really, you're not charging them for the upgrade. You're charging them for the game that's been delayed for a year and a half, right? It comes across knowing or looking like they don't know what the hell they're doing, first off, and which they didn't know what they were doing originally with this game, hence why it was pushed and delayed and then charged and then not charged, and all the complications they have with the crossplay and everything. There's the whole huge drama across the years. Okay, what was that game that was called? Atlas, right? It was called something Atlas. I forget what the hell the game was called. I know you guys probably said it in the chat. Let me see if you guys said it. There's a pirate game that came out. I can't remember. World Atlas, Atlas World, or something. Something along the lines of that. Anyway, imagine the company coming out, okay, and saying, well, he didn't know what he's talking about. He works for us. He's run the company up until this point. But yeah, Atlas, right? It was just Atlas. Is that what it was? And they're all of a sudden they're like, yeah, he doesn't know what he's talking about. Don't listen to the guy who created the game and makes the game and runs the studio. Don't listen to him. He doesn't know what he's talking about. So in conclusion here, this is absolute garbage in my opinion. Okay, there's something shady going on back here. I'm okay that they're doing an upgrade to the actual system, and if you want to charge $50 full price, either it's $20 less for Arc 2 that you have to wait a year and a half for, or it's $10 more than a game that's been out for 6 years for an upgrade. I feel like the company is being greedy. I do. I feel like they're being greedy. Not only are they trying to get more money out of the people that have loved their game and supported their game up until this point, I feel like the people that already own the game, in my opinion, should get the game upgrade for free if they're still playing the game and if you own the game. And anybody that buys it after the fact to this point right now, it could be $50 for the upgrade for Unreal Engine 5 for the new systems. Now, for the poor souls that are on the Xbox One and the PlayStation 4, I mean, these things are going to happen. Now, as far as them shutting down the servers and not supporting the servers, that to me is garbage as well. Okay? I understand that there's maybe a smaller community or smaller portion of the people playing on PlayStation 4 and Xbox One, and maybe more people are just playing on the PC. But they should support them in some way, shape, or form, especially since they supported the game from the very start. Okay? When companies come out and they just kind of toss them to the side and then raise the price and then try to sell you something that's not coming out for a year and a half, okay, and try to hype you up on something, to me, it's a shady company. I talked about this years ago when they did it themselves before, when they try to raise the price a week before it came out and said, well, we're raising the price, okay? And everyone defended them back then as well, saying, well, the game's in full swing now, so that's why they're charging more. This company, Studio Wildcard, has always been shady to me, okay? Never really trusted them, hence why I stopped playing the game way back when, 6 years ago, and I never really went back to play it because I would rather support a game company that's not shady and does stupid stuff like this. These are just my thoughts. Let me know yours in the comments section down below. If you like this, please make sure you share, like, and subscribe. Let's go to live chat and see what you guys have to say. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Good morning, chat. Good morning, Travis. Stealth. Water. Good morning, Jesse Mack. Huda Papa. Good morning. El Dente. How's it going? Who am I missing here? Who else is here? Amir, good morning. Lino, what's going on? Brainchild, good morning. I think we got everybody. All right, let me see what you guys are saying here. What do you guys think? I mean, are you for this? Are you okay with them charging $50 for an upgrade or $50 for a pre-order of a game that's not coming out for a year and a half? See what you guys are saying. Is Ark even good game? I mean, people loved Ark when it came out. There was like this subculture that loved it. You know what I mean? It was like loving an independent film. Like a cult classic type of thing. Jesse Max says remasters cost around $30 to $40, not $50. Come on now. They are lies now. They literally waste their money and time to do a remaster of the original version, and now nobody's buying Ark 2. I think, Jesse, what I think they were thinking of, they wanted to do a remaster beforehand, but they couldn't do it fast enough. And then the new systems came out, and they said, you know what? Instead of doing a remaster, why don't we just do a sequel? Right? And then they were doing the sequel, and they were like, well, we're behind times. What about if we do the remaster instead? Well, we don't have money for sequel/remaster. And they're like, what about if we charge $50 and then we say it's for the upgrade, right? And they're like, well, $50, that's literally $10 more, right? $10 to $20 more than what the game originally cost, right? But now they're like bundling it together. They're like, so this is what I think they're doing. They're like, well, it's $30 for the upgrade. Or no, it's $20 for the upgrade and $30 for Arc 2 that comes out a year and a half from now, right? They're trying to compensate for it, you know? Water says, this sounds bad for Arc players. Something is going on behind the scenes. Maybe they paid Vin Diesel too much and they need a way to pay him. Maybe. Right? Vin Diesel leaned over and says, I don't care what you got to do to pay me. This is about family. It's about family. To see people read the tweet wrong, the upgrade isn't free. It's free to play the Unreal Engine 5 version, the Arc, or purchase of the upgrade for $50. Right. It's however you want to see it, though, Water. It's $50 for the upgrade, or it's $50 for the upgrade / Arc 2 that you can't play for 2 years. Right? It sounds like something Underhand Company would do. It sounds very the day before like. Yeah, it does. It does sound like that. As someone who works in IT, I can tell you owners know nothing. El Dente, the guy who owns the company is also one of the lead guys that works, like, does the coding and stuff, right? I understand what you're talking about, believe me. I know a lot of people that own companies that don't know how the fucking company works, and yet they're the millionaires. I totally get it, okay? But if he's also the owner of the company, he knows where his money's going. And to say that he didn't know the cost to produce a complete next-gen upgrade is... No one ran it by him. No one ran it by him. No one was like, well, it's going to cost us this much. He's like, yeah, whatever. It's free. If he doesn't care about the money, then make it free then. He just signs the checks. He doesn't know anything. I played a lot of survival. Never played Ark. I stayed away from it because of little things I've heard. Yeah, it's weird, Akuta Papa. It's always been a little weird. Atlas is still in early access. Is it really? It came out like 3 years ago? 4 years ago? Something like that. Did I secure my name on Kick? I didn't. Did one of you? Am I supposed to? Maybe I did. Let me see. Is it called Kick? Let me see. Did I do it? I might have already done it. Oh, I can do it right now. Who's faster? Okay. There's one. And let's see. Do I need to do this so no one takes my personality? Is that what I want? Is this what I'm doing it for? Boom. All right, we're done. Yeah, I got both of them. Whew, that's off my shoulders now. Okay. Yes, 30. I thought they were going to remaster on PlayStation 4, and that's my theory. It's not for PlayStation 5. A lot of Ark players or official servers believe Wildcard are not behind this. The Snail Games are the publisher. Interesting, Goblin. Are you part of the Ark community, Goblin? They're charging the DLC separately, so it's $90 total. Oh, wait a minute. So it's Wait a minute. So they said in the article they're not charging for the Ascended upgrade. What's the wait, okay, hold on. So what's the DLC? Because the upgrade is not DLC. It's literally Unreal Engine 5 moving up. Yeah, it's probably the next mixer, Al Dente. Who knows? Water says 30 and still gaming, secured on Kick 30. There's someone on YouTube named 30 and still gaming. Is there really 30 and still gaming? Like you know that person was trying to copy me. You know what I mean? They were trying to copy me. They're like, well, I'm gonna pretend I'm 30 and still gaming. No, boss, I don't like Ark. When I first played Ark, it was way back when it first came out 6 years ago. 6, 7, 8 years ago? When did it come out? 2015? Yeah, 2015. So we're 5. Yeah, we're 8 years ago. Right? I played Ark and I thought it was fun. It was brutal. It was brutal. I like survival games and stuff like that, but then I lost complete interest because of the company itself. The company itself. Just to let you guys know, if you guys are not members in this channel, Quintar gifted some memberships last night. I don't know if they're still able to claim, but if you opt in for membership, gifted membership, you should be able to claim some because I think we still have. I think they stay in the pool for a bit. We found out about that. Look up Arc Roadmap. All right, hold on one second. Arc map. Let's look at this. Welcome to another edition of the Community Crunch. Hey there, survivors. We're ready for the Ark Survival Roadmap for the next year, covering various games-related initiatives, new platforms and media, and the community support that continues the incredible, humbling, and inspiring for our team. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, look. Oh, wow. There's going to be a saber-tooth concept. Ooh. After careful consideration, we have decided to delay the sequel launch at the end of 2020 to the end of 2024, meaning Alpha will come out in 2020, end of 2024, 2025. That means Arc 2 is not really officially going to launch till 2026. Just putting that out there right now. Okay. Exclusively on Xbox, Game Pass, and Windows distribution platforms. We put much thought into delaying the Arc 2 for the betterment. Oh, hold on. Before I continue reading, I just thought about this. I forgot that they did an exclusive with the Xbox. I remember they got the money up front, and they got well under. I think they paid like six. What was the price they spent for it? It was ridiculous. We talked about this like months ago. Like Xbox got it for super cheap to be on for Game Pass exclusive for a certain period of time. Okay, this makes sense. They're trying to subsidize the money they're missing out, that they gave it away to Xbox too cheap, and they're trying to make that money back. This makes sense. This makes sense. Putting much thought in delaying Arc 2 for the betterment of the final product and the team's well-being. They put the well-being part in there, so you're like angry, and you're like, oh, it's for humanity. All right, well, can't be mad at them now. The news will be disappointing to many. We feel it, but confident and heavy decision is the right one. So why the delay? Our goal is to make Arc 2 the best game it can be and provide a truly exceptional and rewarding experience for players. Hence why we're delaying it by 2 years, putting it on Game Pass. Oh, I'm ad-libbing. I'm sorry. Unreal Engine 5 is an incredible new technology to us and developer, and they aim to use the cutting-edge tech and the fullest potential while creating a game with a never-before-achieved scope of Studio Wildcard. That's all of Wildcard. They make things that they have no idea what they're doing. As we learn more about the engine and develop the sequel, we have adapted our workflows and adjusted our pipelines to accommodate the next generation paradigm. Everything involves, and we need more time to develop. We sincerely apologize for the delay. Now, just remind you guys that, the Unreal Engine 5 is supposed to be a much easier platform to use, and they've already used the Unreal Engine 4, and Tim Sweeney and Epic and all of them have said if you've used Unreal Engine 4, Unreal Engine 5 will be real easy to get into, but apparently not. Apparently not. But our desire to push the boundaries of what Arc 2 is on the next generation platform has led us to the decision to create intermediate Unreal Engine 5 Arc product, utilizing some of the new technology we're building, allowing the further mastery of the new engine, ultimately battle test some of the riskier technical advancements, and we gain a deep understanding on how well blah, 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 blah. If you guys want to read this, you guys can go to the thing and read it yourself. We also recognize the Arc 2 has some pretty significant design changes from the original game, which may not make it appealing to everyone. Looking at you, Souls-like combat, primitive-only weaponry, and strict third-person mechanics, and overall very serious tone, which is why we feel essential to provide players with a fully next-gen version of the original experience to assure the fans can continue to enjoy the Arc they know for years to come. We're thrilled to share the Arc journey with you. Okay, introducing Arc Survival Ascend. Okay, so now you get Arc Survival Ascend plus Arc 2. Okay, Arc Survival Ascend is the next generation remastered of our beloved Arc Survival Evolved, harnessing the power of the Unreal Engine 5. It will be released on Xbox Series S, X, and PC, the PlayStation 5 by the end of August of 2023, which is then delayed. Oh, I got it. Ascend comes out on August 2023. The base game will include the island, okay, and all of the non-canon DLC maps, which will be added to the ASS over time. So they're bringing stuff in, but they're slowly going to bring that stuff out. So not only are you paying $50 for the game, but then you're also getting slowly incremented throughout the time. The Xbox Series S, X, and PC players will only be able to get the ultimate value bundle known as Arc Respawn Bundle. The bundle includes ownership of both Arc Survival Ascend and Arc 2. So you're rebuying the game, and you're also getting the alpha when Arc 2 comes out, because you know that's not going to be fully launched, at $50. The bundle will be available for purchase from the end of August for up to 1 year. So from August 2023, August of 2024, and then it got delayed to the end of 2024, so Arc 2 is probably not coming out in 2024, will be sold separately. Additionally, the bundle will provide players access to the exclusive 1-month closed beta of Arc 2 in 2024 before the rest of the general public can play Arc 2. Now, the PlayStation 5 users will be able to get their hands on Arc Survival Ascend as a standalone next-gen game at launch on August 23rd for $40. Okay. All expansion packs will be sold separately on the platform. So $20 for the Explorer's Pass, which includes the Scorched Earth Q4 2023 and the Extinction Q1 of 2024, and $20 for the Genius Pack or Genesis Pass, which includes the Genesis Part 1 and Genesis Part 2. So we're talking, you're giving them, this is why we don't pre-order, people. This is why we don't pre-order. So $20 right now, okay, gets you a pass, which includes the Part 1 in Q1 of 2024 and Q2 of 2024. You're literally paying $20 2 years in advance to wait for content. At Arc Survival Ascend's launch, players will have access to the island, the Scorched Earth, and new revamped game mode, Survival and the Fitness, and Fittest. In addition to many other new features, Arc Survival Ascend will feature the following improvements and enhancements: Unreal Engine 5 overhaul with Nanite Lumen, okay, dynamic water, interactive foliage, Unreal Engine 5 performance, cross-platform multiplayer, cross-platform modding, survival of the fittest. It's like a BR mode. Is that what that is? Art assists or assets, newly designed, new content, quality of life improvements, balancing gameplay. Oh, I see. This is what I love about when they sell you on what you're paying for. All of this is part of the game. All this is part of the game. This shouldn't be like quality of life options. Okay. We understand there's questions regarding the live ops for the product. Final content update in June, Arc's 8th anniversary. Cross-platform is an important note. Ark Survival Evolved, Ark Survival Ascend will coexist, but will not support cross-play between the two games. Obviously, they want you to buy the new game. Holiday events. We plan to develop to release the ASS exclusive holiday content that changes advantages of the next-gen pipeline, releases and mods, so there's always available to play. Official servers with the launch of ASA at the end of August will be taken down. All official servers on Xbox and PlayStation for PC and Ark Survival Evolved at the time, and the final save data from the Ark Survival. Here's what I love. They caused the problem. Okay? Hey, we just built this brand new condominium next door. The condominium that you're living in now, we're blowing it up at the end of the week. Okay? Get your shit out, and don't worry. The amount of money that you paid here, you're going to pay double the price next door. We've made the problem. We're blowing up the building, but we've built you a brand new building next door that you can move into for more money. Okay? So get your shit, move on out, and get into that new building across the way. Okay? We look into the releasing the source files primitive for those who wish to repurpose aspects for it in the mods. Ark Survival Ascend updates. The remaster will have regular updates to resolve bugs. God, I hope so. God, I hope so. And then here's another. We'll be limited to crashes and critical bug fixes. Like, this stuff shouldn't be announced that this is what's going to be in the thing. This is standard business practice. Hey, I'm going to sell you a car. The engine's messed up. You're going to have to bring it back so I can fix it every once in a while. Quality of life things. Don't worry about it. Right? It's missing some bolts and nuts. Don't worry about it. Just bring it back, and we'll charge you for it. The new paid expansion pack. We plan to release a new Chronicle Story expansion pack for Ark Survival Ascend that will be available in Q4 of 2023. This DLC will feature a new creature, which will be shared more details about later this year. So they're putting another expansion on top of that. So you're saying it's going to be $90 for all said and done. Boy. I'll go play a different game. Starge, what did you miss? You missed a lot. You're going to have to go back and check it out. What's going on, Chief? What's going on, Dustin? Dustin says, I won't ever touch Ark ever again. But they're selling you Ark 2, Dustin. $50. You can get it right now. You can pre-order that game right now. You can get it. I'm being very sarcastic here. You can get it right now, $50, and wait a year and a half, maybe 2 years, and you too can play it later. I spent thousands of hours in Ark, and there's a video on YouTube that goes into detail about it. All right, cool. I play V Rising before I play Ark. Actually, V Rising is pretty good. Just not into survival games. Sabertooth Liger. That's right, Water. I had to go see John Wick again. I love the movie. I saw it. Great movie. And me and you, boss, went back and forth. If anybody else wants to talk about John Wick, in the film spoiler section, I asked a question. I asked a couple of questions. I want to know people's thoughts. I tagged Water in it and Boss because I know you guys saw it. Anybody else that saw it, if you want to go to the film spoilers talk section, you can go hit up there because I want to know your thoughts on it. Yeah, Ark Survival. Yeah. If they didn't hire the famous actor that wouldn't need a bunch of money. Oh, you mean Vin Diesel? Yeah. And you guys made a remaster instead. Sorry. Ark 2 will be pushed back to 2027. I mean, when it comes out, it's going to be in early access. Just look, history repeats itself. Ark 1 came out, and it was in beta for 2 years. If you think Ark 2 is going to come out and not be in beta, plus it's coming to Game Pass. That's the saving grace for Ark 2. Okay? That's the saving grace. You want to try Ark 2 and you're an Xbox Game Pass holder, you can play Ark 2 when it comes out in 2026, okay? 2024, but, you know, the actual version of the game. 2025, 2026 after the beta, you can play it. Why even waste money creating the upgrade if you're working on a sequel? It's weird, right, Water? Ark Survival Ascend and Ark 2 will be other costs of people's other than $50 again. Star Citizen, Ashes of Creation, Ark 2 come out in the same year. Yeah, Ashes of Creation's probably come out in 2024, 2025, something like that. Ark 2 support studios, the same guy who did the that crap GTA trilogy. So there's that. Well, that's good for Horseman. This is a bit hyperbolic, but Ark just seems like a long con to me. You're saying I'm being hyperbolic, or do you think this whole thing's being hyperbolic? I don't think I'm being hyperbolic about it. I think there's something fishy going on behind the scenes, especially when they call their own owner out and say he doesn't know what he's talking about. Oh, you're being hyperbolic. The upgrade is their trashed idea of sequel, and they ended up going into another way, but already spent money developing it, upgrade content. Perhaps, Brain. Perhaps. It's like Miles Morales for Spider-Man. Well, let's not give it that much grace. Miles Morales for Spider-Man, I know what you're saying. I know exactly what you're saying, because I said it as well. I said that's DLC that they sold separate as a standalone game for the next system, right? Like that was their selling point to sell PlayStation 5s, was Spider-Man Miles Morales. Obviously, if you played Spider-Man 1 and then you played all the DLCs, you know Miles Morales was supposed to be part of a DLC. He was like a big part in those DLCs, right? Talking to him all the time, and then they're like, oh, let's do a separate standalone game. Hence why it was smaller in scale and whatnot. But let's not give Ark 2 credit or Ark Ascend like it's going to be masterful like Spider-Man Miles Morales. But I understand exactly what you good comparison. It's a good comparison. I just want to make sure that we don't commit that Ark 2 is going to be that. Funny enough, Miles Morales is a standalone on PC. No, but it was sold. That's what we're saying. That Spider-Man Miles Morales was supposed to be, behind the scenes, was supposed to be a DLC. It was supposed to be like the Black Cat. What was the ones? It was Black Cat. I forget the 3 DLCs that came out. But it was supposed to be along those DLCs. It was like the 4th part of the DLC. Instead, they're like, well, instead of making a 4th DLC, PlayStation 5's coming out. We need titles. We need something to push on that. And they're like, what about if we take the last DLC, stack it up just a little bit more, and then make it a standalone game? And that's what they did. Hence why they bundled it. Hence why they bundled it for $70, okay, to get Spider-Man plus Miles Morales, right? It accomplished a couple different things when they did that. One, $70. They wanted you to pay $70 to see if people would pay $70. Two, you got the old game plus the new game, and it was upgraded for the PlayStation 5, so that was 2. And then 3, it was DLC that they could make into standalone to sell the PlayStation 5 as well. Right. Well, no, you could have. I bought it separate. I bought it separate on PlayStation 4. I don't have a PlayStation 5. I bought it separate for PlayStation 4. But if you wanted it on PlayStation 5, could you buy it separate? I think that's what you're saying. I don't think you could have bought it separate. I think you had to buy it with Spider-Man Remastered, right? You had to get the bundle. Yeah. I think you had to buy the Remastered, right, Water? On PlayStation 5. No, it was separate too? Okay. No, you don't have to. No, you don't have to have it. You don't have to have it installed to play it. Yeah, if it was your first time playing that game, it was of course buy the bundle. It's a great game. let's not get off topic here. Spider-Man's a great game. The example was, it was, Brain said that maybe Arc Ascend was a DLC, but they decided to make it a full blown thing so they can get the $50 for it, right? And so with Spider-Man Miles Morales, they could have got $20 for it, but instead they got $40 for it, and they bundled it with Spider-Man to make it a $7 purchase, right? Because it wasn't a full-fledged game, right? It sold for $40. They turned me off about Miles is I heard a lot that it was short. It was short. It was good though, boss. It's a great game. Don't sell the game short. Don't sell the game short. It was a phenomenal game. I love the story. It was phenomenal. My stream messing up? We hitting like buffering and whatnot? Or I was. That's the main thing that turned me off. Okay, I feel I fell out of the ESO again. Couldn't find the motivation to play. Joined a clan. So I've been enjoying a full Hell Let Loose. I've been full games at last couple of weeks. Yeah, I've been liking playing a couple times that I've played Sarge with you, just off stream and whatnot. Even on stream last week when we played, I enjoyed it. I'll be honest though, love the game, but it's not a streaming game. It's not a streaming game. It's very slow, very slow. It's not a high octane Call of Duty type of thing. 2042, honest opinion, boss. It's actually a pretty good state right now. It's actually in a pretty good state. It's fun. It's starting to feel like a Battlefield. I feel bad for people that, like yourself, that paid for it in the very beginning to be screwed over for 18 months. But I know that the people that are coming in now, especially that you can play for free now because it's on Game Pass, that it's in a really good state now. But again, first impressions are everything, right? You could take this example and put in anything, right? If you're dating somebody, but you didn't know how good they were until you dated them for 2 years, right? How many people are going to go the distance for 2 years before they go, hey, you know what? This is the one. Okay. First impressions, like this person's a bitch, right? I'm not staying with this person for this long, right? And it's like, what was the other thing? Oh, it's like playing Diablo 4, right? Necromancer, you can be awesome right away. But if you're a druid or barbarian, which I'm going to play at launch, I got to put in 25 hours before it feels good, right? How many people are going to do what I'm doing? Probably not many. Probably not many of the bigger scheme. Short but sweet, Spider-Man Miles Morales. Yeah, it's a great game. It's a great game. I'm looking forward to Spider-Man 2. Maybe one Spider-Man plus Miles Morales and Spider-Man 2 equals double the game. No, it would be awesome. Water's going Druid first. We just like, we're a glutton for punishment, I think, Water. I think we just like those type of classes. Wish they did rebirth old games and shut down through 2024 Portal. Maybe even someone said the other day, right? Was because they're closing down 1943, right? You can't play that anymore. They're shutting down the servers. And everyone's like, well, it's in the Portal. I'm like, that's what they want you to play, right? They don't want to hold those servers open anymore in 1943. They want you to play. Now, obviously, if you're on Game Pass, it's free. If you have to pay full price, I think still, or on a sale price for PlayStation 5. But to play the 1943 inside Portal, I'm telling you, they messed up big time. They could have, instead of making 2042, they should have just made Battlefield Portal. That's what they should have made. Take all the Battlefields up until this point and make Portal where you can play all the things and all the game modes, put all the stuff in there, make it like a Forge mode type of thing, and then work on the next game. I mean, I loved that was the first game that I can remember that was digital only. And it was like game changer on the Xbox 360, right? 1943, and that was just digital only. I'm like, well, you can't buy a physical copy. You cannot buy a physical copy of that. Boss says, I think the Portal was the main plan for 2042 as an obligation because you can't just release Portal and force people to play that. They gave you half-ass Amazon Prime Battlefield. Right. All right. We're gonna change because Wednesday is a busy day for me because we cut it short. So we got the arc out of here. We got that video. Talked about arc. We talked about the bullshit of arc. We're gonna change to the next video. You guys can stay here. You should get redirected. If you don't get redirected, I'm gonna throw the link in the chat. Okay. Make sure you give a like to this video right now. It helps us out to get it. I'm going to put the link. I'm going to put the link in the description or in the chat, and we're going to move over. We're going to watch your Raptors video of Star Wars Jedi Survivor. Okay, Star Wars Jedi Survivor. He got to play it early. I like your Raptor. I haven't watched the video yet. Jesse Max said we should listen to it because he goes into a bunch of stuff. So we're going to listen to his video, and I'm going to comment and talk about what he talks about for Star Wars. So that's what we're going to talk about. 30, have you heard Yuri, the voice actor of Peter Parker? He said that this is a Venom game and Spider-Man game with a short interview. Interesting. So it's a Venom game. Does that mean Peter Parker gets taken over by Venom and then Miles Morales fights Peter Parker? Or does this mean Peter Parker and Miles Morales fight Venom? Be interesting. All right, real quick, let me put this in the description. That's gonna be the link that takes you to our next video. We're gonna close this one down and we're gonna start the next one. We'll see how this works. Like I said, we're gonna be talking about the YouTube channel. Let me get it all prepared before we move over. And again, if you guys are not members of our channel, it helps us out. It helps us out on this channel. If you want to become a member, $5. Quintar gifted 5 memberships. I don't know if they're still in the pool here. Last night he gifted 5 memberships. I think there's still 4 that were unclaimed. So if you're a person that doesn't have green next to their name and you would like to be a part of the membership program here, try it out for 1 month. You're more than welcome to hit that and accept his very charitable gift. I don't know if they're still here though, so I don't know how long they stay in the pool for. All right, so I'm going to close this stream down. Then we're going to start the next stream. Sit tight.